The Dreaming, The Lost Language of Flowers. An introduction by Neil Gaiman. In the late 1950s and early 1960s, it was customary for books containing any mention of sex to be introduced by an eminent physician that no one had ever heard of, whose function was simply to let the reader know that it was okay to read thrusting lines of passion, or possibly even thrusting lines of passion. It stopped the books being seized as pornography. Hedy Lamarr's pillow-pounding autobiography was introduced by not one but two prominent doctors, promising that the book was safe and educational to read and would not deprave the curious reader. I first encountered Caitlin R. Kiernan when she submitted a story to the Sandman Book of Dreams short story collection. It was one of only 2 slush pile stories that we took for the book. A few months later, she sent me a republication copy of her novel Silk. It won the Barnes & Noble Maiden Voyage Award and was co-winner of the International Horror Guild Award, both for the Best First Novel. As I write this, it's nominated for Bram Stoker's Best First Novel. I was impressed enough with her work that I suggested to the then editor that Caitlin might like to write an episode of 2 of The Dreaming. Since then, Caitlin has become the regular writer of The Dreaming, remaking it from an anthology title of disenfranchised Sandman characters into her own, more personal book, an ongoing chronicle of lost hearts and lonely people, all going somewhere strange and personal and dark. She and her collaborators are doing something cool and interesting. If you've stopped reading The Dreaming, or if you've never read it, this might be a good place to start. I'm not a doctor, I don't even play one on television. But I can assure you, curious reader, that the periodical you are holding will not excite your prurient interest, nor deprave you any more than you're depraved already. Neil Gaiman. The Cartographer of Dreams. Charting courses for sleeping travelers, imaginary paths for unconscious journeys. There is no end to mapping worlds that have no bounds and no reliable firmaments. Soon. She'll be here soon. Well, not so long as that, but it is extraordinary, Dreamer, beginning with us. You'll do fine. Stop worrying. Mon Dieu, I am tired. Let me get my breath. My head is too full. But whenever he closes his eyes, all the worlds and places that are not quite worlds, the roiling, uncertain geographies of the dreaming, are always waiting for him. The Dream King's fleeting eternal realm. Aeons ago, and he might have been young then, when Lord Shaper first led him through the gates of horn and ivory. No, Petit Foray, I am not sleeping. I am merely resting my eyelids. The first time he looked on the gates, he thought his heart would break, and perhaps it did. It might have taken an hour or many years at first tour. The day he first saw a nightmare. It gets mixed up in his memory, which places he was shown first. The houses of mystery and secrets must have come before the gates, the soft places, the very frontiers of nightmare. And the palace must have been later, the palace. And if the dream time has a heart, this is it. But the dreaming has many hearts, the cartographer reminds himself. The dream of flying, that was his favorite, gazing up into the blue sky above the palace. And at the end, the shifting dawns, and I have made that place for you, Map Smith, there in the mists. Do you see it? Eek! No, I was not sleeping. Mid-Terre, Louisiana. Dear Journal, I actually think I'm starting to look forward to detention. That's gotta be a bad sign, right? Anyway, last night I dreamed about Evangeline again. We haven't heard a word from her since last Thanksgiving. I think maybe Mom's starting to pretend she's dead or something. We never talk about her anymore. I dreamed she was in some kind of terrible trouble and I was trying to help. It's all fuzzy now, but it was a really bad dream. I woke up sweating. It was that bad. Like she was dying or in danger, but I can't remember anything, except that Evangeline was holding my hand, squeezing it real hard, and she kept saying, "Don't let go, Maddie. Please, just don't let go."
Maddie, that doesn't look like your algebra homework.
No, Mr. Jenkins.
You're such a good student. I can't understand why you can't stay out of detention. Were you fighting again?
Yeah, whatever.
You know, you only make things worse. I mean, your hair, the way you dress.
Sometimes I really think Evangeline did the right thing running away.
Hey there, Morticia. Yeah? You want to bite my neck, Morticia?
Go to hell. Sometimes it takes more courage to run away.
Hey, what the fuck do you do to your hair?
Marvin, just shut up and drive the car, okay? Jesus, Evangeline. I wish I could remember that dream.
I just think if you wanted to shave off all your hair, you should have asked me first, that's all. I gotta look at you,
You're starting to sound like my mother, Marvin. I don't think you could stand to look at me that long. You might go blind or something.
Hey, baby, she ain't at home, is she? I mean, I don't see her car. Maybe we could do it in the bed for Christ, what the hell did I say this time, huh?
Fuck off.
Oh, baby, come on. You know I didn't mean it.
Go away, Marvin.
Hey, shit. Open the door. You gotta be such a bitch about shit, Maddie.
I said go away. I'm gonna call the cops if you don't. I'm not fucking kidding. Sometimes I wish I was half as brave as you, Evangeline. I bet you never had to go down in creeps like Marvin, just so you wouldn't have to feel like a nun or something. You and Billy. God, he was so gorgeous that one time I saw him. Like Robin Hitchcock or shit. Never mind. I'm blabbering. I just wish I could tell you how lucky you are to be out of here. I miss you, but I know you must have found something better. Everything here is so ugly, so cheap, so fucking used up. Sometimes I think the whole world has died and we're nothing but little maggots trapped in its corpse fighting over what's left. Yeah, I know that sounds horrible. I wish I didn't feel that way. I have to believe there's some place better than Metairie, than fucking New Orleans. That's where you are now, you and Billy. I wish you were here.
And she listens to the rain, falling louder than her tears, and in a little while she's asleep.
So, you see, Madeleine, I'm not your real father at all. You're old enough now to know the truth. But you're the only father I can remember. Eek! That's because you were just a babe when they brought you here to live with me, to hide you from the witches. Witches? The 3 witches who placed a dark enchantment upon your uncle's kingdom, so that everyone would sleep forever. Everyone but you, Madeleine. You were saved by your nursemaid, and I've hidden you here all these years. Oh. But you're not a child anymore. You'll be a woman soon, and you're the only person who can break the witch's curse. The only person who can save your older sister, the Duchess of Angeline. The only person who can awaken your lord's kingdom. I have a sister? Oui, ma chérie. You have a whole family indeed, an entire palace that needs you, that has waited 14 years for his liberation.
Merde.
Indeed. But I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave you, father. I don't ever want to leave you. Weak? Oh, ma chérie. If only comings and goings could be as simple as what we want. You have a duty to your sister, to your lord, and we cannot ignore our duties simply because they are not what we desire. That is exactly how evil comes into the world, through the neglect of one's destiny. But I will miss you and you need me. Who will grind your lenses or polish the sundials? I'm an old man. I need only my memories and my little ferret. Perhaps a bit of liniment now and then. But follow the staircase down to the catacombs. They will lead you to her. Lead me to who, father? You will know her when you see her. All women do. But, father, No, Madeleine. Go, now, before I forget myself and keep you here forever. And take this for the truth which will guide you home. Oh, father, au revoir, Lady Madeleine. He closes the world above her, and she's alone. Down here, the air smells like rotting stone and rust, like scurrying black beetles and the faintly glowing mushrooms on the stone walls. The mushrooms and a white chrysanthemum in her hand. When she was a little girl, and he taught her the meanings of flowers, like her ABCs, Abentina for fickleness, Adonis for sorrowful remembrance. I have a sister named Evangeline, she thinks, and E is for evergreen thorn, which means solace in adversity. And take this for the truth, which will guide you home, he said. And she wonders if he meant the home she's leaving or the home she's never seen. Hello? Is anyone there? I'm here, child. You knew that I was coming? Of course, child. The old man is getting soft in his age. He should have sent you down to me months ago. And it's true? I have a sister? Yes, but listen, child. There isn't much time. You must reach the palace before another nightfall, or the witch's spell might never be broken. Are you a witch too? I suppose that depends on who's telling the story, doesn't it? Lady Madeleine, you must reach the palace of Lord Morpheus, which the Moray have surrounded with a field of white poppies. Do you know what white poppies mean, my lady? They mean sleep. Yes, and the only way you can release the kingdom and wake your family from this sleep is to find a pendant, which the Moray have guarded with the terrible dragon Gregorius. And the only man who can slay Gregorius is Lord Morpheus' cavalier Mervyn. So you must first rescue Sir Mervyn. Rescue him? Because he dared to stand against them, the Moray turned him into a scarecrow and left him on a stake to watch over the puppies. Only your kiss can restore him. Oh, I see. You can't approach the palace unprotected. You will wear this. It belongs to Lord Morpheus and will keep you safe from sleep. And carry these petunias, lady, which may protect you. And the woman's breath smells like thyme and dry dead leaves. Dead leaves mean sadness. And before Madeleine can ask her name, the woman sends her away. And stay on the path, the woman said, as she walked away. Stay on the path, my lady. The forest is dark and full of old bad memories. Beware the jub-jub birds. Madeleine cannot remember the flower for courage, but she's pretty sure it doesn't grow here. I have a big sister, and her name is Evangeline, and she needs me. Words for courage, words to keep her walking, and then she hears the ragged sound of someone crying. A man crying somewhere near. Stay on the path, the woman said. Hello? But he sounds very, very close, and maybe she wouldn't have to be alone. Maybe he would come with her. Hello? Can you hear me?
What? Who is it? Who goes there?
My name is Madeleine. Are you in pain?
Madeleine? the Lady Madeleine?
Yeah, I guess that's what everyone keeps telling me anyway.
Then the prophecies are true. You've come to break the enchantment.
Well,
After all these years, my name is Lucius, Lady Madeleine. I am at your service.
then you know about the witches, about my uncle's kingdom? Wow, you have a lot of books, Lucius.
Yes, I was Lord Morpheus' librarian, and sometimes his adviser. I tried to warn him about the Moray, but he would not listen, and then it was too late.
I'm sorry. Please stop crying, it won't help.
Yes, I should stop crying, shouldn't I?
Why are you here? How did you escape the palace?
Because I tried to warn Lord Morpheus about the Fates. They blinded me and left me here, with all my books, all these secrets of the universe on these pages, and I cannot read a single word.
Then come with me, Lady Madeleine told the blind librarian, taking his hand. I think that when the enchantment is broken, you won't be blind anymore. And Lucius started crying again. H is for Helenium, which stands for tears.
Why have we stopped, milady?
We've reached the end of the forest. Do you hear something, Lucius?
Quick, milady, get away from the trees.
Lucius!
Are you hurt?
No, Lucius. I don't think so. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yes, milady. So, the Jub birds can never leave the world, milady. They were bound there long ago by Lord Morpheus.
Thank goodness. There's something up ahead, Lucius. I think it's a house.
One really cannot be too careful with houses, milady. Especially these days. We should go another way, perhaps?
No, Lucius. The woman in the tunnel said to stay on the path. The path will lead us to the palace. So we're staying on the path.
Yes, milady.
It's just a house, Lucius. It's only a house. A terrible house, she thinks, and then there's a small rustling sound somewhere among the graves behind them. A terrible dragon, Gregorius, the backwards aging woman said. Beep.
What is it? Get behind me, my lady, and I'll fight as long as there's...
I don't think that will be necessary, Lucius. It's just a little golden, gnome or neuter, well, or something. Meep. Oh, I'm sorry, he's a little golden gargoyle, Lucius. Meep. Oh, her name is Irving, a little golden gargoyle named Irving. Meep. She says she's a guardian.
Gargoyles usually are.
Meep. She says she isn't very good guardian. No one's ever been afraid of her. Meep. She's supposed to keep the secrets in this house hidden safe from the Moray. Meep.
I do speak gargoyle, milady. Well, I understand it anyway.
Meep. We're going to rescue the palace from the witches. No, I didn't know about the mulips. Be careful, Irving. Meep.
Perhaps we should go around.
No, Lucius. We have to stay on the path.
What was that? I heard something in the water.
And Madeleine heard it too, but she pretends that she didn't. The air smelled sour, vinegar and mildew, and I have a sister, she thinks. And then remembers oak leaves. Oak leaves are for courage. And, And you're sure they won't follow us? Meep! She says that muleps are especially afraid of little golden gargoyles, even if nothing else is. And she leads the librarian and the gargoyle away from the terrible bridge, across plains of loss and longing, down the path to the palace. Oh, Lucius, it's terrible. Meep! I remember this now, she thinks. I remember what this was, once upon a time, and there's more anger in her than sorrow.
Please be careful, milady. It could be a trap.
Oak leaves, she thinks again, and have a sister named Evangeline. Oh, what's happening? I'm Madeleine. I've come to rescue you, Sir Mervyn. Madeleine? Lady Madeleine? But you're just a baby. Jeez, my hat. Shh, we'll be out of the puppies in just a second. Out of puppies? What puppies? Can't remember nothing after all them scorpions showed up. Mervyn, listen. None of that matters now. Alright, I mean, I'm glad to see you too, kiddo, but sheesh. Oh, I don't feel so hot. Lucius, it's not working. And then she smells Hawthorn, and Hawthorn always means hope. Why does my mouth taste like pumpkin seeds? Lucius, Irving, it did work, it did. Meep. The witches. I was riding out to face the Moray, and they were waiting for me. That was 14 years ago, Sir Mervyn. 14 years?
I'm afraid so, my lord.
And they've destroyed the kingdom, haven't they? Nothing could have stopped them. No, there's still a chance. A charm to break their spell, guarded by a dragon. A charm? You mean the fairy amulet, the glamour stone?
Yes, my lord.
You, Lucius, how dare you show your traitor's face even this close to the gates of the palace? What are you saying? He helped save you. He hasn't told you? No, I guess he wouldn't have, would he? Lucius knew all along that Moray would be coming for Lord Morpheus, and he kept it to himself. He was as good as in league with the Fates from the start.
No, that's not true.
Liar! You could have stopped it all and you said nothing. Please stop this. When this is over, librarian, when I have undone this evil, then you will pay for your treacheries. I'll see to it myself. Is it true, Lucius? Did you help the witches?
I did not do so knowingly, milady. I swear.
Merde. She asks the blind librarian again, and for a long time he says nothing at all. And then there was a woman once, he says, an oracle, who tried to warn me that was coming, but I didn't listen or I didn't understand.
And then it was too late. I would have given my eyes to have seen what she was trying to show me, milady. I would give them again to undo what my short-sightedness has worked.
No, Lucius, don't say that. You can't blame yourself for all this.
Milady is very kind.
We're close now, aren't we?
Yes, Lady Madeleine. I can smell the creature.
And so can she. A smell like the Librarians' Guild. A smell like gasoline and burning cities. There are no swords or flowers here. Yes, this is where the Moray hits the glamour stone. You should wait here, my lady. No, I have to go with you. I have to see this through to the end. As you wish, Lady Madeleine. And she follows him down. But stand back, my lady. beast is dead, my lady. Take your prize, free is a kingdom. But for a moment Sir Mervyn is so beautiful that she's afraid to move, afraid to let the moment pass. And then she remembers the old, then young woman's words. Listen, child, there isn't much time.
Mon Dieu!
I would have come sooner, Sir Mervyn, if I'd only known. I'm so sorry. You came when it was time, my lady. It only matters that you are here now. And you will not ever leave me, my lord? No, my lady, I will not.
Milady, are you alive? We heard such horrible sounds from the... I was so afraid you...
Yes, Lucius, I'm fine. The dragon is dead. I have the amulet. Beep! Yes, Irving. I'm very glad to see you too. And now, Lucius, there's unfinished business between us. Sir Mervyn, no, stop. You don't understand. I understand what's to be done with traitors. Same as with dragons, same as with... Witches. Mervyn! Run, milady, run very fast. But she cannot move, as if she has become stone or ice or cold steel, can do nothing but stare helpless into the faces of the furious, vengeful things that the Moray have become.
Don't look at them.
Quiet, librarian. We will have time for you shortly. Weep! But first, we will have the pretty one.
No, you won't. You won't even touch her. You have to be able to see a gorgon to be afraid of it. And you've already solved that problem for me.
And then the witches are screaming, and Madeleine thinks that they'll scream forever. She can hear them all the way to the bottom of the canyon, and then there's only the sound of the wind. He's dead, Lucius. They killed him. What will I do now?
You will do what you set out to do, milady. You will stay on the path.
A kiss to wake you, a kiss to send you back to sleep, she thinks, and then that moment is past too. One moment melting seamlessly into the next, as if there were nothing in between. The crystal at her throat sings, and she thinks what a long, extraordinary day it's been, that there is no way to divide her joy from her sorrow. Purple hyacinth for sorrow, jasmine for joy. I have a sister named Evangeline, she thinks, and awakens. So, I didn't even get to the "and then they lived happily ever after" part. I just sat on the edge of the bed crying and listening to the rain and Mom and Dad downstairs hollering at each other, until the dream started to fade and it didn't hurt so much anymore, until it only hurt a little bit. And then I turned on the light. Next, the bittersweet scent of opium.